What's going on, guys? It's Jimmy here. As we grow closer and closer to a potential World War III type of situation with either Russia or China, we just had a major incident happen with Russia that I'm going to tell you about in this video. And a president of another country just said that Russia basically is trying to take over their country, and it's not Ukraine. And I'll give you the details of that here in this video as well. As the United Nations actually said that we're growing this close to basically doomsday on the doomsday clock. Yeah, and I'm going to give you all the details of it in this video. But first, and I'd like to thank today's sponsor, Scaflick. Scaflick is the first market in the world for buying and selling e-commerce shares through cryptocurrencies. Scaflick is different than other crypto marketplaces. With Scaflick, you can buy and trade the equity of e-commerce stores, opening up a new way of investments for businesses and startups. Scaflick also provides financial statements and updates via blockchain. With Scaflick, you have the opportunity for significant growth. Plus, Scaflick is partnered with LBank, Bitmark, and Probit. Plus, signing up for Scaflick is super easy. Simply click on the sign up link, fill out the form, and click sign up. So, to find out more about Scaflick, simply click the link down below in the description of this video or in the pinned comment of this video and check out Scaflick today. Okay, the first thing that happened here is yesterday, the US intercepted 4 Russian warplanes that were coming near Alaska, and they had to scramble US fighter jets to actually ward them off here. And it was significant enough that they had to send, well, let me give you the details here. And then I'll tell you about this president of another country here that basically thinks that Russia is going to take them over in addition to Ukraine here. But look at the details of this. The US military said it intercepted 4 Russian warplanes near Alaska yesterday. NORAD, North American Aerospace Defense Command, which is also who had to shoot down some of these unidentified flying objects here recently, said it detected 4 Russian aircraft, including a Tu 95 Bear H bomber and an Su 35 fighter aircraft, entering and operating within Alaskan Air Defense Identification Zone, according to a statement from Air Command or NORAD Command. So within Alaskan Air Defense Identification Zone. So you guys can let me know your thoughts on this in the comment section. NORAD officials said they had anticipated the Russian activity and were able to quickly scramble 2 F-16 fighter jets to intercept the Kremlin aircraft in the ADIZ zone, which covers the international airspace outside of the US and Canada near the far northern state, Alaska. 2 F-35A fighter jets and an E-3 Sentry and 2 KC-135 Stratotankers were also sent to assist. So basically, a small fleet the US sent to make sure that these Russian jets were going to leave. The command also noted that the incident is in no way related to the objects shot down over the US and Canadian airspace this month, and that Russian aircraft did not enter the two countries' sovereign airspace. But you can see here, they said that it detected here that these Russian fighter aircraft were entering and operating within the Alaska Air Defense Identification Zone. So, pretty interesting there. NORAD routinely monitors foreign aircraft in the ADIZ and escorts them out as needed. just to make sure. With the last such occurrence happening in October, in that incident, two Russian bombers entered the airspace. Tension between the US and Russia remain high. However, due to Moscow's war in Ukraine, that is nearing the end of the first year. Three Russian warplanes also were in the skies near Polish airspace on Monday, with two Dutch F 35s intercepting those aircraft as well. The United States is also on high alert after it and Canada shot down three unidentified objects, basically UFOs, unidentified flying objects, over Alaska, Lake Huron, and Canadian territory in the past week, in addition to the massive suspected Chinese spy balloon. So, you guys can let me know your thoughts on this, but why is Russia sending fighter jets and bombers towards Alaska, almost into Alaska Russian or Alaska airspace, and into the Alaska identification zone as well? Bombers and Russian fighter jets. And also doing this towards Poland as well. Also, the United States has issued an urgent warning, says to all citizens of the United States citizens, to leave Russia immediately. Yeah, so they basically said anybody that's in Russia to leave immediately and to not travel to Russia. So they're issuing this warning. The White House also, well, here's what the White House has to say about Putin and Russia. Take a listen to this.
What I'll say about that is deeply concerning reports, certainly not outside the bounds of Russian behavior. And we absolutely stand with the Moldovan government and the Moldovan people.
We have no confirmation from the U.S. side of intel?
I know of no independent confirmation, but we're certainly not questioning the capacity, the will of the Russians and Mr. Putin to try to do that. It's perfectly right, a page right out of his playbook.
Yeah, here he's talking about a few days ago, and now the Moldovan president has confirmed what Zelensky, the Ukrainian president, had also previously said here, like about a day or so ago, that Russian planned coup in pro-West Moldova. The Moldovan president says that basically Moldova says that the Kremlin is planning violent action against it and is going to try to take over the country. That's right. So this is in addition to Ukraine. This also comes here after Moldova just had the Moldovan prime minister just resigned, blaming the crises caused by Russian aggression. We don't know the full story of what happened there, but yeah, you can let me know your thoughts there on that. You can also see here the previous headline that Belarus president stands in front of a map indicating that they plan to invade Moldova. This was back in March of last year, the beginning of the war. Oops, guess they didn't mean to tell the world about that. And now, are they actually doing it? This would be yet another country they would be taking over. Yeah, the Moldovan president said that Russia plans to topple Moldova's pro-West government by fomenting violence through foreign actors and internal criminal groups, the president said. The attempted plot would have placed the Eastern European nation at the disposal of the Kremlin for use in its invasion of Ukraine and prevented Moldova's integration into the EU. They said they confirmed the disclosure by Zelensky, who gave them part of the information in Brussels last week, by their intelligence forces, who had intercepted documents showing who, when, and through what actions Russia would use to break the democratic order, saying, quote, "The purpose of these actions is to overthrow our constitutional order, to change the legitimate power with an illegitimate one." And this also comes not too long after Moldova was thinking about possibly joining NATO as well. So, if, just like with Ukraine, if Putin can attack Moldova or take them over, because Moldova only has about 2.5 million people in the whole country, where Ukraine had 45 million people, and obviously, they're having a tough time with that country. But they could probably just literally just take over Moldova like nothing. The question is the rest of the world going to let them do that? Is Putin going to be the next Hitler where he can just allowed to take over country after country after country? Or is this the start of World War III where the rest of the world is going to step in and say, we're not going to allow you to do this like they did with World War II and Hitler? Eventually, the rest of the world stepped in and said, we're not going to allow you to continue to take over country after country after country in Europe. And of course, we know what happened there. The United States eventually got involved as well. So you guys can let me know your thoughts on this, and I'll keep you up to date here. Remember that if a single country gets attacked in NATO, which the United States is part of, one of the 30 other countries, it's a declaration of war, and the United States has to get involved. So let me know your thoughts. I'll keep you up to date here with everything going on here in our country on a daily basis. So if you haven't yet, make sure to subscribe down below. Click the subscribe button, then the bell icon, so you don't miss out on new videos. New videos come out here every day at 10 a.m., 3 p.m., and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I'll keep you up to date here with all this stuff going on here in our country. And it's crazy here. Here's some videos you can watch next. Here is the former Army Secretary saying we have to prepare for the worst, an exact quote. And here is what North Korea is doing right now, which is pretty scary. So click on one of those videos next. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.